As the first speaker for the session 3, we have the honor of listening to Srijukta Sridhar Patra, reading a little from his profile. Srijukta Sridhar Patra, born in the iconic city of Puri, is a distinguished finance and accounts professional and a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, a rank holder graduate in commerce from Utkal University. He brings over 3 decades of experience in financial management across leading public sector undertakings, including Odisha Mining Corporation Limited, Indian Rare Earths Limited, and Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited, a subsidiary of ONGC Limited. Throughout his illustrious career, Srijukta Patra has demonstrated excellence in corporate accounting, budgetary control, taxation, so on and so forth. It is truly an honor to have Srijukta Patra with us today, who is going to deliver his talk on corporate finance banking for business. I request sir to kindly come up here and present the address. Sir, please.
Jai Jagannath. Good morning to all. It's my privilege to be a part of this conclave. The topic for today assigned to me is basically banking for business. I want to make this session more interactive, not theoretical, so that we can understand the things better. Before I start any presentation, I will say how bank and business are related. We say water is a combination of 2 elements. Water is a combination of 2 elements. What are those? What are those? Hydrogen and oxygen. But when you get the water, do you feel what is hydrogen, what is oxygen there? So in the commercial world, business and banking are nothing but like water. In the commercial world, you cannot identify how the business is running and how the banking is supporting or helping. Business and bank put together, it is just like water. We cannot dispense with each from other. So this is the first fundamental. Why do you need understand banking necessity with the business? And the second aspect I will tell, a normal layman concept, bank is a fair weather friend. If you are well, bank will come forward. If you are not well, bank will say, sorry, let me see again. Why? Because finance matter is dealt by the bank, which is a limited resource. If this limited resource is used unwisely, it will make you land in trouble. So, extra precautionary measures should be taken. But time has changed to make banking as a backbone or banking as a friend. So the topic is B2B, that indicates business to banking and banking to business. Both are interrelated. Next slide. Banking service, normally we understand investment, financing, marketing, allied service. Normally people feel banking means we park money with the bank, that is the investment function. Bank finance us, that is the financing function. But apart from these two, bank also give different services like marketing and allied services. Most of us will be surprised how the bank is giving marketing service. There are two banks I will give the name. That is Exim Bank, Export Import Bank, and ECGC, Export Credit Guarantee Corporations. These are the two financial institutions or bank, whatever you say, they help us to market your product across the border. They help us to import. So banking does not mean only giving loan or taking deposits and paying interest. So the services of the banking is investment, financing, marketing, and various allied services. Various allied services in the sense, bank act as a broker, bank act as an advisor. Various services now in the digital era are rendered by the bank. So the banking service is not confined only investment and financing, it has gone beyond that. Business entity point of view, we normally understand these people, proprietorship, partnership firm, MSc, women MSc, corporate, non-MSc, any other entity. These all entities, sole proprietorship, partnership firm, NGO, corporate sectors, all these broadly classified for the purpose of the banking as MSME and other than MSME. Now we'll talk first as a MSME unit, what banking facilities are available. Now who is eligible to avail a loan? If you take a 3 years child to admit into class 1, the school will say no. Because the education policy, national education policy speaks, unless the child is 5 years, he will not be admitted. If you take a 7-year child and tell him that he will join in +2, they will not admit. Or if you take your child and say from class 1 to graduation he has to complete, let him study in the graduation first, then he will gradually come to class 1, they will not admit. So there are certain rules and conditions which will say how the person is eligible. Just you are a MSc, you cannot say that will avail the loan, whatever may be. Who are eligible? One need to meet the following criteria. Registration. Ministry of Small, Medium, Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises, Government of India has opened a portal, Udyam portal. In the Udyam portal, you have to make registration. It is just like recording the date of birth of your child in the local authority. So once you are forming an MSME, to get any benefit or anything, first you have to get registered in the ministry portal. Then age between 18 to 65. If you are below 18, you are immature, I don't have faith to give you finance. If you are above 65, you are physically incapable. That is the concept 18 to 65. Business track record, successful completion of 1 to 3 years. Clear? Once you are doing business, you have to establish, just running the business is not enough. There should be a successful track record. Yes, I am doing business. If you are running 1 to 3 years, people will have faith on, yes, the person is capable. Now the question will arise, startup who is going to start the business, he has not made run up. So extra provision has been made for startup. Credit worthiness. Credit worthiness, clean repayment record, acceptable CIBIL or credit bureau score. Now I will explain later what is CIBIL score, how it is important. I will just give a small example. When you want your daughter should get married, you make creditworthiness of the bridegroom. What do we see? We see A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If you are positive, get all positive in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you say we'll go further for the match. The bride should be having age, beautiful, character, developmental attitude, education, family background, and in general. If all these things you are satisfied, we proceed further. Similarly, when the bank will give you the finance, they will see your A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Who will see? The credit rating agency will see, which will discuss later how they give, what should be your score. Now, trust is gradually diluted, even the social life. When we want to give our daughters married, we are demanding the TDS return, income tax return, salary certificate of the bridegroom. We should not feel anything why he is asking. Yes, the trust level has gone down. In banking, so many scams have taken place. Starting from Kingfisher Airline to Modi, Rahul Chokshi, all these things, those diamond merchant. So various scam has taken place. So trust level has gone down. So government has constituted bodies to analyze your credit worthiness. So credit worthiness we'll discuss subsequently. Turnover and profitability. Just doing the business. I have started 3 years before. What is your turnover? Now not even a single customer has come. That will not be sufficient. It should be established on record. This is the turnover and profitability. No default NPA. If you have taken any loan, there should not be any default, or your account should be a standard asset. Then only you will be eligible to avail the loan. What are the documents required to avail loan? First is identity. For identity, you have to give PAN card, voter ID, Aadhaar card, driving license, passport. Any two will be sufficient. But you should ensure the whatever you have given, both are having the same address. Sometimes we face problem while taking for the passport, applying for the passport. Your permanent address is something, Aadhaar address is something, employment address is something, residence address is something. So you must ensure that in a digital era, all your information are common. Address proof. For giving the address proof, utility bills, property document, lease or rental agreement, any one will be sufficient. Business entity document. To establish that you are a business entity, all the document listed therein, it is to be furnished. Udyam MSME registration certificate, GST registration certificate, shop and establishment license, trade license, partnership deed if it is a firm, certificate of incorporation if it is a company, memorandum of association, articles of association, business address proof, utility bills, all these documents. Even one shortfall document will not qualify you for loan. Financial and accounting document, that is for identity. This is for the financial and accounting document, bank statement for last 12 months. Previous 6 to 12 months, your bank statement will reflect your transaction. Audited financial statement, profit and loss statement, and balance sheet, cash flow statement, projected cash flow. If you are taking a loan, how you will repay? Whether it may be true or not, it is immaterial because business is controlled by many external forces. And vision. So you have to give the projected cash flow. Your vision is just business plan with your mission. They want to see what is your mission and vision, how the business will grow, where you want to stand after 5 years, after 10 years. Income tax returns for past 3 years And if you want to purchase equipment, etc., the pro forma invoice, quotations, and collateral security, what will give. Then additional document, that is guarantee or personal guarantee of the promoters in case of company. Udyam MSME registration verification online, because nowadays digital fraud is taking place. So even though you have registered, you have to download the receipt making online verification. That also will be authenticated, because that will come with the date printed therein. Credit Bureau report issued by CIBIL or CRIF. RBI has licensed 4 companies to make credit analysis and give credit information. CIBIL is the most common Credit Information Bureau of India Limited. So they have to make your credit worthiness rating. That also you have to get. That is also essential document for your loan application. Undertaking whatever the bank requires, you have to give. Then interest rate and term of the loan. Interest rate and term of the loan is basically depend upon several factors. What is the bank lending rate, from where the bank is lending, whether bank is lending from interbanks or bank is taking money from the RBI and giving you, whether the bank has a idle cash. So depending upon that, what is the bank rate? The risk premium will be added based on your credit worthiness. And different product has different interest based on the risk factor, entity risk factor, sectoral risk factor. So based on that, the interest rate and term of the loan will be finalized. The interest rate varies between 8 to 16% for MSE. And Budi loan is around 12%. Market prevailing interest rate, what I explained. Now, what are the government support is provided for MSME? Government is giving 2% interest reduction if you are under the gift scheme. Green investment, financial turnover, transmission, whatever you want to do. Basically, green initiative purpose, if you are taking loan from MSME, then you will be getting 2% interest, and that is available up to 31st March 2026. All the loan which are sanctioned by the bank up to 31st March 26 will get this 2% concession in the interest rate, and the term of the loan is around 5 to 7 years. And this is allowed for 890 plus items Government of India has listed. If your industry falls within that, then you can say you are covered under the gift scheme and you will be getting 2% lesser interest. SIDBI, Small Industrial Development Bank of India, is the nodal agency for navigating this loan. And project basically covers renewable energy, charging station, compressed biogas, ethanol, smart grid, etc. Various items are there. I have given small examples of few items. 890 plus items are there. It is now around 900 at present. So you can see, you have to analyze if your industry can be synced, that you can explain this falls within this, you will be getting 2% interest reduction, which will be a sizable. Credit guarantee. Bank will say, I will give you loan, you give guarantee. I approached 10 doors, everybody said no. Because I give psychology from the previous generation to generation, Mani Jani Madhyasti, Mona Karchanti Augusti. I don't want to be a guarantor for you. So then from where I will get money? Bank will say without guarantee I will not give. Many MSME have suffered because of lack of guarantee or lack of collateral. Then Government of India has made a CGTMCE, credit guarantee for MSME. A trust has been created which will give guarantee to the bank, you need not have any guarantee. So to avail this guarantee, you must have registered in the Udyam. If you are registering in the Udyam, you need not worry for the loan because it will be guaranteed by the CGTMC, the Government of India Trust. You have to pay initial upfront fee and every year debt servicing fee to the banker. So if we want to take this, up to 90% guarantee is given by the Government of India. So now you need not be worried to take any loan that I don't have any guarantee. And this guarantee will be given up to 5 crore loan limit. Beyond 5 crore, this guarantee will not be given. Annual guarantee fee, depending upon your loan, 0 to 10 lakhs, 0.37% of the outstanding loan. Whatever loan outstanding as on 31st December, based on that, this percentage every year you have to give to cover that guarantee. And maximum is 1.35%. This you have to give yearly to your banker. Credit linked margin money subsidy under Prime Minister Employee Generation Program. If you are creating an MSME which will generate employment in non-farming sector, not agriculture, non-farming sector, then you will be getting subsidy and you will be getting various concessions, and up to 95% of your fund can be given by the bank by way of loan. Now, whatever loan you are available, whatever schemes are available, you can refer the Ministry of Small, Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises. Schemes have been given. I have just given some of the schemes just to say that various schemes are there. Benefits under various schemes are different. Now, presently, certain digital transformation has made the life of MSME easier. This is one among them, trade receivable electronic discounting system. This trade receivable electronic discounting system, a platform has been created as per directives of the RBI that any MSME supplying any product need not wait till the money is received from the customer. So just upload the bill in this electronics platform. Various investors will come forward with attractive interest rate, and the lowest interest rate who will be offering, they will discount your bill, and within an hour time money will be credited to your account. On the due date, the customer will pay, so you need not be worried. So nowadays, taking benefit of this scheme is highly essential. You need not wait. Your working capital will not be blocked, and the MSME will not suffer because of the working capital. So for TREDS, you have to register with them and upload the bill. Your job is over. You need not approach any banker personally that I will go and, sir, will you give me loan against this? And this electronics platform, government has issued mandatory, any company having 250 crore and above turnover and bound to be part of this system, and so nobody can say no. Another is benefit of Z certification. If you are a MSME, you are a Z certification, then you will get various benefits. What is that Z certification? Z certification means zero defect, zero effect. If you can say your product, process, activities is not affecting the environment, then that is a zero effect. And if your product is foolproof, that the buyer will not reject, you are taking utmost care, then you will be getting Z certificate. Your product, your process, industry will be Z certified. So if you are making a Z certified, you will get priority over loan, you will get concession in the interest rate up to 1% various banks are offering, and you will get various schemes like participating in international cooperation business. If you are taking your stall to a foreign exhibition, you will get up to 4 lakhs. Freight you will be getting. Economy fare of your travel will be getting. All these things Government of India will be giving. So for this Z certification, whatever cost you will incur, that also reimbursed 80%, 60%, 50%. For micro, small and medium enterprises, that will also be reimbursed to you. And initial reward also will be getting around 10,000. So it is advisable to ensure that your MSME is a Z certified, so you will get priority and you will get various incentives and concessions. Another is popular, which has become a widespread, all banks are keen enough to give GST business loan. For GST business loan, it is very simple. You have to upload the GST returns. They will see what is your annual turnover. Based on that, the loan limit will be fixed. And some banks are offering, like ICICI Bank is offering up to 3 crores to MSE. But general up to 1 crore. Within 59 minutes you will get. Government has opened a portal where you want to avail GST business loan. Just register, make your request. If you fulfill all the document, within 59 minutes, loan will be sanctioned and money can be transferred to your account. So this GST business loan are gaining popularity and acceptability, and it is an unsecured loan. No mortgage is required, no collateral is required. So everybody should make effort to avail GST business loan, and the interest rate also moderate. Now, whenever you want to go for loan, 2 things. You have to submit a proposal. After you submit a proposal, then bank will make their own assessment. When you submit a proposal, in that proposal you have to give your credit score. Now the question will arise, how I will get my credit score? You need not be worried. RBI has given license to Experian, Equifax, Highmark and Civil. 4 companies have been permitted to make assessment and give your credit score. Whether you avail loan or not, I do not know. Those who are having credit card, you will be getting some mail message. You must be getting some mail message that, sir, your credit score is this. Because they take all data 360 degrees. You will say how they are taking. They take from income tax return. They take from your GST return. They take from your financial lending institution, how you are paying. They take, you have credit card, whether you are using or not. If the credit card you have, you are not using, your credit rating is increasing. That means you are using your credit worthiness wisely. But if you feel, मुझे credit card मिल गया, I take the transaction today, I will pay after 45 days, interest free. Go on making, as a spend theft, you go on spending. It will reduce your credit rating. So gainful utilization of your credit limit is also a part of your credit worthiness analysis. This civil is giving a 3-digit score in respect of each borrower. If you want to submit application, they will give you what is your credit score status. 3-digit, 300 to 900 they give. If it is 900, it is the best. If it is 300, it is the worst. But bank normally accept if your credit score is 700 or above. So, what is CIBIL score? Why it is important? Because now you give your credit certification, bank will not accept as such. Bank will make their independent assessment, taking the help of the civil score given by the external agency. And they will place you in 1 to 5, 1 to 10 scale, where you stand. You see, this is the table showing rating versus risk. Taking your civil score, bank will make rating, and if you are within 1 to 5, your loan application will be processed. If it is below 5, above 5, it will not be processed. 10th is the danger zone, default. No question of consideration. 6 is the watch risk. Don't take a decision. Bank will say, I will not take decision now. I am observing. 7 speaks risk prone. Giving finance to you, it is a risk prone. 8 speaks high risk. 9 speaks substantial risk. So, when we submit the application, बैंक will say नहीं लोन सैंक्शन हुआ नहीं, हम निराश हो जाते हैं, क्यों हुआ नहीं? What is the reason? This internal exercise is going on, we do not know. Because now in the digital era, everything is done through data mining. I am just giving, parents have gone by road, बेटा फोन किया तो झूठ बोला है. But from the fast tag, he can identify where you have gone. So now it is the age of transparency, fairness. The digital becomes so important. You want to hide, it will be exposed. Then what is the takeaway from this deliberation? Take advantages of GST business loan, trade receivable discounting system, guarantee system CGTMC, and interest subvention, capital subsidy, all out effort to ensure there is no default in debt repayment, effort for jet certification to reap extra financial benefit, which today's MSC will be tomorrow's giant corporate. So this is, I have just given some brief about banking facilities of MSC. Now we will go to the fundraising by companies. Approach, traditional approach and current approach. What are the traditional approach? Term loan, cash credit loan, overdraft. These are all traditional approach. But the current approach is not confined to that. Will come what are the current approach. Traditional approach, term loan, working capital loan, OD limit, cash credit. Non-fund based, bank guarantee, LC limit, non-fund based. But current approach is CCD, DPG, masala bond, lease financing, commercial paper, ECB, boot, and loan swapping and interest swapping. These are all the current approaches. First I will go to the CCD. CCD means compulsory convertible debenture. Compulsory convertible debenture means you go for any project, a joint venture of your and the financiers. Joint venture of your and financer मतलब प्यार का वादा आधा आधा, that is the bank statement. If you are giving 50% contribution, I am ready to give 50%. डूबेंगे तो दोनों डूबेंगे, उठेंगे तो दोनों उठेंगे. बट मुझे पता है आई एम ए बैंकर, हम डूबने के लिए नहीं देते हैं. वी डू नॉट गिव टू सिंक because you are a businessman, you want to earn profit, business is continued for indefinite period. So if you are giving 50% funding from your bank will welcome and come forward. प्यार का वादा आधा आधा. Then 70-30. If you give 30%, bank will say, I am ready to give 70%. But in capital intensive project, it has become 20-80. If you give 20%, bank will give 80%. So, now the question is, bank will say, आपका equity है तो I will give the debt. Again, an interim product has come, that is CCD, compulsory convertible debenture. That means, initially, it is a debt instrument. On the maturity date, it will be converted into equity. I am giving an example. Nowadays, it is popular Bangalore mein live-in relation. Are you aware? Live-in relation. All youngsters, they like live-in relation. Initially, we live in relation, that is debt, debenture. समझौता हो जाएगा, it will be converted into equity permanent friend. Clear? So, this is a debt instrument. You have to pay interest. Interest is comparatively lesser. Clear? They will come forward, but advantages is, जो live in relation में रहते हैं, they go for a party, they go as together, as spouse. Similarly, this debt instrument will go as a spouse with you, means RBI has clarified that compulsory convertible debenture will be treated as equity for all compliance purposes. Though it is a debt, it will be treated as a equity for all statutory compliances purposes. So, this convertible debenture purpose, compulsory convertible debenture, what you have to do? First, the company has to take approval in the board. Then you have to make a valuation report of your business. You have to obtain shareholders' approval through a special resolution in an extraordinary general meeting. And you have to issue private placement offer. This CCD will be issued on private placement offer 1-to-1 basis. Financial institution come forward, and this has become popular for the startup. Why? They initially give 1 rupee, let us say, they have taken 1 share 1 rupee or 1 share 10 rupee. After 5 years, if the startup has grown, its market value has gone up, share is 100 rupees, but they will be converted at the same 10 rupees. So, if you have an idea, if you have a technology, if you are doing a startup, CCD is the best option to raise money, and now it is viewed liberally by the banks. Then DPG, Deferred Payment Guarantee. Deferred Payment Guarantee, it is again another alternative that you want to acquire plant and machinery, equipment, need not be worried. You tell your supplier, I will not pay now, give me some credit. Supplier itself, I do not believe you. How can I believe? Machine equipment I will provide, you will commission and you will operate. Uske baad it is not sellable. Why should I shoulder the risk? Then you will say, ठीक है, I am giving you deferred payment guarantee. Bank will give a letter on your behalf, supply the material to them. On the due date, customer नहीं देंगे तो हम देंगे. If customer does not give, buyer does not give, I will give. And here the formalities are very less. It is not like a term loan में all the documents etc. you have to give. Here the formalities are very less. It is unsecured loan. Your asset is not placed. There is no collateral. Hence, procedure applicable for assessment of term loan Whatever bank process follow for term loan, they will same way analyze you. But the documentations are lesser. Process is faster because bank is not making payment immediately. And greatest advantages, on which date bank will pay, interest will be charged from that date. You may need, you may not need. Suppose you are doing expansion of your business. Your income generated sufficient. You may not require. So, the deferred payment guarantee also gaining popular, and bank are also willing to come forward if your creditworthiness is good. Masala bond. What is this masala bond? First, two things I will tell. We should know the difference between a share and a security. A security, two things are fixed: date of interest, rate of interest. Debenture, bond, these are all securities. Two things are fixed: kitna percent interest will pay, on which date will pay. If date of return, rate of return, both are fixed, it is a security. But in case of share, kitna dividend milega, kitna milega, kab milega, nothing is fixed. That is the basic fundamental difference between share and securities. Masala bond is a security. Why it is named is masala bond? Masala bond took birth in 2014. Prior to 2014, there was no masala bond. Though it started in 2014, in India, very few companies have taken benefit of this. NTPC, Rail Finance, ONGC Bidesh, and World Bank, one wing in India, they have raised money through masala bond. You want money not from your country. You want money from foreign countries. But if you get the foreign country, it pinches. How it pinches? Those who are diabetic, they take insulin. That they do not say as a pinch because it has been habituated. But when they take oil-based injection, they say it is pinching. When you take foreign loan, it gives you oil-based injection when the exchange rate changes. Whether you have heard or not, somebody made his son admitted in a foreign country medical seat. Initially it was $45,000 per quarter. He thought 45,000 ठीक है. When admission was made, the exchange rate was 55. So 45 into 55 I can give. Now the exchange rate is 83, 84, 85 range. What projection he made? $45,000 I can give if my son join a MBBS seat in US. I thought 50 rupees into 45,000, I can give 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, ठीक है. But now when it is becoming 84, that 25 lakhs has become this much. The industry also faced the same pinch. When you took the loan in foreign currency, exchange rate was 60 rupees. After 5 years, when you want to repay, the exchange rate is $1 has become 80 rupees. Then you have to pay more. You will be thinking from where I will be doing. So to avoid this headache, masala bond has taken birth in 2014. You will get money from non-residents, NRIs, in Indian rupee. So there is no exchange fluctuation risk on your part. Now the question is, the investor who is investing money in a masala bond, why he will come forward? In India, what is the interest rate you are getting on deposit at present? 4%, 5% in FD. Okay. Current account, no interest. SB account, 2 to 3% maximum. Clear? In Switzerland, they do not give interest. They charge fee to retain your money in a safe custody. So in the European countries, money supply is more, demand is less. So the international rate which guides for lending money, that is called LIBOR, London Interbank Offered Rate. It has become very insignificant. So that was more attractive to obtain the loan from the foreign country. But when the exchange fluctuation took place, that penalized. Interest rate may be lesser, but when the exchange you are losing, a sizable amount will go. So taking all these things, this masala bond came into the picture. So companies are not aware about this. You have to take approval, make an application to RBI through your banker. You will get the approval from that. Then you will float. You will issue this bond, and the overseas investor, they will invest money. Government of India has made special notification that the investor from foreign who are investing money in masala bond in India, the interest income what you will pay, it is not taxable in their hands. So in this masala bond, the interest rate around 6 to 7%. Any commercial loan you take, you will not get in the country with 6 to 7% at all. So this masala bond is gaining popularity, but it is not widespread. People are not aware. And who can raise money? Corporate sectors can raise money through masala bond. कंपनी फॉर्म होना चाहिए. Limit has been fixed that automatic route 50 billion INR can be raised by the fund raising entity per annum. How much you can raise? That is changing from time to time. Approval route mein there is no limit you can take. Commercial paper. Commercial paper also, it is not widespread. Particularly in company sector also, many finance people, they are also not habituated with commercial paper. What is this commercial paper? Commercial paper is finance for a short term period, 15 days to 364 days, not 365 days. Because it is to be repaid within a year, 15 days to 364 days. And who can issue? Two conditions. Your net worth should be 4 crores and above, and your cash credit limit given by the bank is 4 crores and above. It changes from time to time. You have to see what is the latest things. And if you are issuing commercial paper, the bank investors will come forward. Investors can be PSUs, investor can be banking company, investor can be finance company. So this commercial paper, you can issue and get the money, and it can be used for any purpose. There is no restriction. External commercial borrowing. This external commercial borrowing is called ECB. There are two routes, atomic route and approval route. You have to give your application through a class 1 authorized dealer, foreign exchange authorized dealer. It is governed under the FEMA Act. And here the risk is hedging risk you have to make, because the exchange fluctuation will be on your part. So because of the time, I am just summing up. Whatever you want, now money is not the restricting factor. Channels are open. Apart from this, various other possibilities how you can raise money, like debt swapping, interest swapping. So it will take a longer time to explain. So in case of a corporate sector, I will suggest 2-3 things. deferred payment guarantee, you should resort to. Commercial paper, we should resort to, because complexity is less, interest rate is also better. Normally commercial paper in MRPL we floated, we got at 5.5%. In those days, where the interest rate was around 9%, 8%. And masala bond, it is advisable, no risk. And whatever options available, you can explore. Sky is the limit if you are doing righteous business and prospecting in the right way. So if you have anything for 5 minutes, I can explain. Or if you have any query, you can send through email. I can give reply. We will conclude. No queries? Thank you. Pardon? Email ID sridharpatra961@gmail.com. Masala bond interest rate, you have to do the market survey, you will declare. Because it is just like a bond. Suppose SBI issue 9% bond. Those who are interested in 9%, they invest. If SBI issue 7% bond, those who are interested in 7%, they will invest. Because in foreign countries, resources are available, idle, they are not getting interest. So 6, 7, NTPC has raised this around 7% interest, 2000 crore. Real Finance has raised this around 6.6%. So you will quote, it is not they will quote. Thank you.